Hello, people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I will talk about Python for DevOps. This is an important topic in DevOps world. So, I will I will show to you guys why Python is so important for us that work as a DevOps. Okay, and I will show to you guys some examples, some usage examples about Python for DevOps. And that's it. Okay, let's start with the first part of this video. Why Python dominates DevOps. Okay, I choose four topics for this. The first, Python is very simple and readable. Its intuitive syntax reduces development time and makes automation scripts easier to maintain and troubleshoot, crucial for rapid DevOps cycle. The Python language is very easy to understand, to maintain, to do troubleshoots. Okay, it's a simple language to study. So if you are starting now, you can choose Python as your first language to study. That's it. That's a good option if you wanna be a DevOps. Okay. The second, rich ecosystem. Okay. A vast collection of modules like Ansible, Boto3, AWS, and Docker SDK simplifies complex tasks like configuration, deployment, and cloud resource management. Python has a lot. Python has a lot of libraries for us. Okay, so this is a rich language, and this is another point the why Python is so used in our ecosystem, in the DevOps ecosystem. Okay. Third, third, Python is universe. Python has a universal integration. Okay. Python ability to interact with diverse APIs allows for orchestrating workflows, integrating tools, and managing services across various cloud providers uh, and on-premises systems. Okay, we can use, for example, I will show to you after a little about the library called requests of Python to communicate with APIs, you know. So it's very easy to communicate with every system with Python. It's very easy to understand about this package, about this, not package, about this library requests that I will show to you after. So this is another point. The last point, final point, Python has a strong community. Okay, it's very important a language that has uh, a good community, a strong community. Okay, a large active community provides us abundant open source tools, frameworks, documentation, and troubleshooting assistance, accelerating problem solving and innovation. This is a good thing about Python. Another good thing. Okay, so let's start the second part of this video. Okay, let's start the second part, second topic. Essential Python skills for DevOps. Core fundamentals. What is variables, data types, loops? This is essential for controlling program flow and managing data. Functions and error handling organize code into reusable blocks, and manage unexpected issues gracefully. File operations and I/O interact with local files and command line input/output for scripting tasks. This is very important too. Okay, if you wanna do how the system is working, like how the system is performing the metrics of that, you can use for that too. Okay, working with APIs and JSON, communicate with web services and processes data for automation. This is a strong point of Python too, because as I said to you before, we can use Python to do that, and it's very simple and easy to do that with Python. I will show to you after. Okay, DevOps is specific. Automation frameworks, Ansible Fabric, script server configuration, application deployment, and task automation. Okay, we can use Python for this case. Okay, or for cloud SDKs, we can use AWS Boto 3, Azure SDK, uh, for example, to programmatically manage cloud resources and services. We can do that, okay, with the SDKs of Python. Container orchestration. We have libraries about Docker and Kubernetes. We can use those libraries with Python to access the API of those services. Okay. Uh, CI/CD pipelines scripting. We can integrate Python scripts into pipelines for continuous integration and delivery processes. Okay, this is another good point. For example, you can use Python in your script, or in your pipeline that has scripts too. You can use Python, for example, with Azure SDK to implement managed identities, for example, for more security in your code, uh, in your project, okay, in your pipeline. This is a an example of usage. Okay, and that's it. Is that about essential Python skills for DevOps, the core fundamentals and DevOps specific? Okay, that's it. Let's start the next part of this video. This will be some examples for you guys. Okay, guys, let's show to you some examples of usage with Python. Uh, One example, the first example, we can use the library called Paramico. With Paramico, we can do remote commands in our virtual machines, for example, uh, like this example here. Okay, we set the SSH connection, for example, the IP, username, and the password of the machine, and we can connect into it. And after that, we can use SSH commands like this, like systemctl status in Nginx. Okay, and this will print to you, and this will give to you the output. You can set a script on that. Okay, this is a good library that you can use with Python for DevOps automations. Okay, the second the second is one of the most used. Okay, is about Boto 3. Boto 3 is the official AWS SDK for Python. This provides APIs to automate and manage AWS resources such as AC2, S3, and Lambda. Uh, you can use this to automation scripts of for provisioning, scale, and managing cloud infrastructure in AWS. This is an example uh, with both of three. Okay, you can create an EC2 instance like this, or describe, sorry, this is a command to describe the instances of AWS. So with this SDK, with this library, you can do like commands of Terraform, but with Python language. Okay, Azure SDK for Python is the same as the library for AWS. Okay, is the same to connect into your cloud, and you can manage your entire cloud, entire environment of cloud with Azure SDK with this library of Python. It's the same concept. And see the example here. Okay, this is another example. Docker SDK for Python. This is other example that we can use to connect into Docker, uh, into the Docker API, and do some commands with Python with this library called Docker. And that's it. With Kubernetes is the same. Kubernetes client, we can do we can connect into the API of Kubernetes, and we can run commands like the others that I show it to you, like Docker, like RSDK, or Moto 3. Okay, it's the same concept. Here is an example. This is one of the most used, the library called requests. Okay, request is a user-friendly HTTP library for Python. It simplifies handy and handling HTTP requests. Why use it? DevOps engineers rely on it to integrate with REST APIs for triggering automation, validating endpoints, or integrate with tools like Jenks, Grafana, and Datadog. Okay, so for example here, this is a simple example. We can connect into the APIs and get response from that. Uh, the last is about PyTest library. Oh, why that? This is more about a developer. No, we can use this to, for example, you have a CI/CD pipeline, but before you start your CI/CD pipeline, before you trigger this, you can add an additional step for unity test to see your entire pipeline and see if this pipeline, if the code of your pipeline is good, is okay, and you can use PyTest for it. It's another good thing in DevOps world. Okay, it's more about security, but it's one of things that we have to do as a DevOps. Okay, we have to take care of our code, of course. Okay, so this is the last, and I recommend to in your projects use this tool if you are running something in Python. You can do that too. Okay, so that's it. So okay, this is the end of this video, guys, and I think I presented enough information to show that Python is indeed very useful for DevOps engineers. Okay, that's it. See you in the next video. If you liked the video, please subscribe the channel, and that's it. Take care, people, and bye bye. See ya, guys. See ya, people.